Hi, and welcome to your weekly Oracle reading with Katie VanZeeland. This reading is for the week of October 22nd through October 28th, 2018. And this week again, I'm not using cards, just being guided with information that is being shared with me, and so I'm sharing it with you. And what has been at the forefront and what I've been hearing is the word unconditional love, and really just playing with that idea of unconditional love and finding that unconditional love within ourselves, because what is true is that we can only love as deeply as we love ourselves. And if we are still in judgment and shame and guilt, we're always going to be conditionally loving other people. If we conditionally love ourselves, if we have rules and expectations of when we can love ourselves or when we're good enough or when we deserve love, then we're always going to project that out to other people. So it's really the selfless thing you can possibly do is to find unconditional love for you, loving all aspects of you. When you love all aspects of yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly, if we're going to label, I hate labeling that because all of it makes up who you are. We definitely judge and critique ourselves terribly. Most people, the meanest voice, the meanest critic is within. And if we're constantly doing that, there's no possible way that you can't critique and criticize and judge other people. So it comes back to unconditionally loving all aspects of you. So looking at those parts that maybe you struggle to love or you judge, and it's turning and holding and embracing and finding love and compassion for those aspects of you. So working to love yourself, all of you, only is going to deepen relationships with other people. And in order to unconditionally love ourselves, boundaries are going to be really important, and boundaries to take care of you, what is best for you. And when we are doing that, yes, you may disappoint other people, you may upset other people. They might be used to you being a certain way just to please them. But if we can take a step back and remember that ultimately it's about gaining a trust with ourselves, and to gain that trust for ourselves, we need to set those boundaries and know that we are taking care of ourselves first. And that is the most loving thing that you can possibly do for anybody else. And that's secondary, because really, ultimately, it would be great that you care mostly about that it's the best thing to do for you. But some of us still live in the world of thinking that we need to be and do all these things for other people. And really, only way to be the most loving, supportive friend, lover, parent, sibling, whatever role you play or whatever story you tell that you must compromise yourself in order to please somebody else, that's all BS. Okay, it's crap. What matters is taking care of you. And that illusion of needing to, well, I have to do this for this person or they'll be upset, that's all fear, that's all wounds, that's not love. And it's moving away from compromising what is best for us in order to please other people. If we continue on that cycle, we're always going to be in a state of conditional love, right? It's always going to be conditional. So it's stopping that pattern, setting your boundary. Maybe you disappoint someone, maybe people get upset with you, Maybe people fall away in your life. Maybe it's necessary for you to set a boundary to not be around certain relationships, people, situations, and in order to set that boundary and gain and regain trust in yourself, that you are taking care of yourself first, that you matter, that it does matter how you feel, and it does matter what you need, and even if it might upset or be against what other people might want from you. Ultimately, if you continue to do that, set those boundaries, you gain this trust. You trust yourself. You don't need to look outside of yourself to validate what you're doing, right? When we don't trust ourselves, we look outside of ourselves. We ask people. We want validation for what we're doing. And that only confuses you. That only brings in all this extra energy that people may give opinions, but it's based off of their reality. It has nothing to do with you. So it's clearing all that off, setting the boundaries, taking care of you, doing what you need to feel safe, doing what you need to nurture, doing what you need to feel safe and secure, and learning what that is so that you set those boundaries and you feel confident and you trust yourself. So the more trust you have for you, the more love that you feel for yourself and acceptance of all aspects of you, the deeper you can love everyone else. The unconditional love is unfathomable, and it opens, and you are the most amazing friend and co-worker and husband or wife or sibling or daughter, brother, whatever roles. All those things that you think you're trying so hard to be really stem from stop trying to be what everyone else wants, setting your boundary, taking care of you, and you just ooze it, you just are it, you just be it. Once you are vibrating in your own essence, once you trust yourself, once you unconditionally love all aspects of you. So let's practice that this week. Let's practice that this week. Just taking inventory, taking a look and seeing where are you compromising yourself in order to please or appease somebody or something else. And really take a look, turn it within and see what you need to do for you. What do you need to regain the trust, to unconditionally love yourself and your needs and know that it's all good, it's all okay. You are here to take care of yourself ultimately, and that's not selfish. It's the opposite. When we are ultimately taking care of ourselves and loving ourselves and learning to love and embrace all aspects of us, we are deepening that loving connection that we can possibly have with other people. So they come hand in hand, but it starts with loving you in all aspects of you. Okay? And there's a full moon on Wednesday, so it's like things are coming to completion, and it's a great time to start anew. And so just allow the energies. You might feel a lot, things are filling up, coming to completion, so some things might be falling away. Let them. Let the things that need to fall away, fall away. You don't need to grab back for them. You don't need to hang on. Just allow the change, the shifting, the movement. It's maybe creating space for you to step into this unconditional love for yourself. Okay, so just trust that process. All right. Yeah, let's pull a card. Feels lots of talking. That's okay. If you're still listening, then whatever. So we're going to pull a card from the crystal deck if you want to play with a crystal this week. And we have green calcite. And it's, I find pleasures in the simple joys of life. emotional balance, healing, and release. How perfect, right? It's finding that emotional balance, that healing, loving all aspects of ourselves as we release all the things that aren't of our highest vibration, that aren't best for us, and cultivating those boundaries to take care of ourselves the best way possible, okay? I find pleasure in the simple joys of life. All right. I hope you have an amazing week, and I can't wait to see you next week.